sorry, help me.
Koba,
like it's a hard one to say.
Yes.
We've got Bosnian names, we just spit them right out. But Valerie, you're a professional. Are you both an MMA fighter and kickboxer, I do believe?
No, actually I do just MMA fights.
Oh, okay.
I did a lot of kickboxing training prior to getting into the MMA world, but I didn't ever do any actual kickboxing fights.
So, wow, CNN has the married couple, now we got the brother and sister.
Hey, that's a good point.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Battle Royal. No.
Better known
He's
as
the
Vicious.
reason I'm in this.
Better known as Vicious Val. I'll let you maybe tell us a little bit, James, and then we'll let Valerie tell us. But the reason I got mixed up because recently you beat a really top-ranked opponent who did a boxing show on TV.
Felice Herring, yeah, she fought in the Fight Girls show where they had to fight to get on the show, and then fight to earn their way to Thailand, and then fight the Thai girls, and she's the girl that won the whole thing.
And you just fought, when did you fight her? Tell us about it.
I fought her just about 2 weeks ago now, not this past weekend, but weekend before. It was a great fight, went all 3 rounds, and she's tough, she's real tough. She is, 26-1 as a Thai boxer, and holds multiple belts in kickboxing and Thai boxing, and she's very well known for her feet. And so most of it was on her feet. There was some that was on the ground.
So you beat her with the stand-up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Surprisingly.
That's awesome.
You look great for being in a stand-up fight.
Yeah.
You can take away their best game.
There's actually a black eye buried underneath all the blue eyeshadow, so there is actually still a black eye, and my elbow is a little bruised still. And actually, I did that to myself, throwing elbows at her. I bruised up my own elbow. But it was a lot of stuff in the clinch, and I was looking for takedowns all the time. And she has such an extensive gymnastics background. See, that's the thing. She was a gymnast as a child, growing up her entire life, and then was like, "Ooh, I think I'll try Thai boxing." And so her balance is amazing, and she's really, really tough to take down, and really, really tough to hold down. When I would get her down, she was moving a lot.
A lot of strength. Doing that builds up a lot of tennis.
Just lay there. No.
Lay there while I beat you.
Yeah.
Don't move while I beat you.
Exactly.
Hold still while I kick your ass.
But she was tough. She was awesome. But it went all 3 rounds. I did win by split decision.
Rematch.
28 split decision. And she was just an awesome person. Very nice. Very pleasant.
Nothing like beating a named person out there, though, that's going to help you. Now, what is your record now?
My amateur record is 10-2, and my pro record is 2-1.
Nice. Well, there you go.
Wow, that's an excellent record.
We've talked about that a lot here, too, is that, we don't get tripped up a whole lot on wins and losses, and it's where you are now. You might have lost a year ago, and it's been a year, and you're a totally different fighter, so.
It'll be a year in June.
It's who you just beat that's real impressive to me. You beat somebody who's obviously one of the best stand-up fighters probably in the country, if not, a little more than that, so that's awesome.
But it's also, we just talked about with the standing, we expect these guys to fight each other, and good fighters fight other good fighters, not to protect their record, because you're going to have a lousy record, because somebody's going to lose every fight.
Right.
So here you got 2 good fighters, and they could end up with a very average record.
You're a girl after my own heart, because I was a top 10 stand-up pro kickboxer, a million years ago, so yeah, if you beat her in stand-up, good for you. That's awesome.
Vale, do you have any fights coming up?
I've got a few offers. I was offered a possibility for June 6th. I was offered another possibility for July 25th, I believe, in Manassas, Operation Octagon, and that's in Manassas, Virginia.
Is the June 6th, is that the potential strike force?
Yes.
Yeah, that's going on. That's going to be a Showtime show, and yeah,
that's a big deal.
That's up in the air. The girl is a tiny, tiny girl, and my last couple of fights, I've dropped down to 115 to fight my last couple of fights, which...
How tall are you, Valerie?
I'm 5'8".
Yeah, 115.
5'8" and 115 in skin and bone.
What weight is she, or are they wanting you to fight at for that one?
115, it would definitely have to be done 115, but this poor girl walks around weighing like 110. So she's really, really tiny, and she trains out of the hit squad.
Oh, okay.
Our friend Megan.
And...
I know.
I don't know.
She really is tiny.
I don't know. It's everything is really speculative at this point. Nothing has been.
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing's been put down on paper or anything. It's all been kind of like tossed in the air. And she's looking for a fight, and you're looking for a fight, and
Strike Force did this recently, and they got a lot of bad press. where they had a big gal fight a little gal, and it was
Cyborg, yeah.
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 Yeah, and they got, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, she didn't make weight. That was part of the problem, is that Christina Cyborg didn't make weight. And
Yeah.
then they still had the fight going on, and the other girl was moving up, and that's a lot different
I'll
than.
make weight.
Right,
I
if you're
always make
115
weight. I'll
and
hit
she's-
that 115 on the scale.
Listen.
But the thing is by the next day at the fight,
All right.
a little bit heavier than 115.
You're allowed, everybody
Well,
does.
you know what, you're allowed, and
Kelly,
they
what
got,
an event, if you could make it on there, what a great event
Oh,
for
I
people to
would
get to know
love
who
to.
you
I
are.
would love to. Absolutely. And there's so many awesome fighters that I know that are on that card.
and please don't take this wrong, but, you know, the chance of getting on, you know, they'll have the main events, and then there'll be the swing fights that'll get on the television show. Being a female fight, you got a much better chance of getting seen on there than if
Right.
James was fighting on it as a swing fight. I trained a girl named Emily McCann, who was the #1 kickboxer in North America for a long time as an amateur, and there's so few fighters out there, you know, just
Yes.
making them and matching them up, and be the best of the talent pool that's out there, and no one can take that from you. There's just
Right.
not as many females, but you've got a better chance of getting on there as a swing fight.
Right. Oh, I would
You know,
love to.
so-
I would love to.
Absolutely.
Hey James, let's talk more about this promotion coming up on May 9th at the game. You've got pretty much fight card with you tonight, don't you?
I do.
Hey, let's take our last moments here with you and let's go over that fight card, because you got another great card. You can
All
see a
right.
fight this Saturday night and one the following Saturday night, and you will not be disappointed with either one.
No, I'm looking forward to this weekend, watching that show that Steve's going to put on. And next weekend, I'm looking at 14 fights. The main event, got a couple.
Hold up
Don't go
to the main event. Start me in.
Okay, we'll go down. I got,
Save
Who's
the
the
main
fourth
event for the
fight? No.
last.
I got some unknown guys. Tony White and Clinton Hightower.
Oh, wait a minute, I know who Tony White is. Is he fight out of Absolute?
Yes.
Tony fought on one of my cards. Tony's a tough fighter. He's had a couple fights, and he's a good fighter, man. He's very
I'll
good.
help you, James.
He's fighting at about 190 pounds, isn't he? He was supposed to actually fight Mark McLean on our last show for the promotional title, and his father passed away just before the fight. Tony's did, but Tony's a tough fighter. He beat Dan Goat on my card with a heel hook. So he knows what he's doing.
okay.
There you go.
Going up against a very tough Clinton Hightower coming out of Peoria.
I would love to act like I know about all of them, but I don't.
The guru.
Hightower, wasn't he in,
We bounced the bottom of the card around a little bit, so we're going to leave the bottom of the card alone. We're going to move up to John Fasano, who is currently 3-4, but at 3-4, his record doesn't denote his skill, because he's a guy that's got a lot of skill, a lot of heart, and he's fought some tough guys. He's going to be going up against Jim Kim. Jim Kim is 5-0, coming out of Peoria. He's one of Bob Long's guys. I don't know if you know who Bob Long is. He's well-rounded, so I'm expecting an awesome fight. Chris Schinner and Tony Springman. I'm going to call this is my pick of the night for probably the best fight of the night.
I thought you were going to pick a winner. I'm like, man, you haven't promoted it yet. Don't piss him off, man.
I like both of these
Right.
guys. I've known both of these guys for a little while. Both of these guys
Bring it, huh?
balance each other very well. They're both technical on the ground. Their stand-up is almost identical, having stood up and sparred with both of them.
Except Johnny's got better kicks and Chris has better hands.
Tell it like it is. There you go.
Tell it like
It's a
it
good
is.
balance, though. That they do.
You know,
And that's what makes it so interesting.
Right.
Chris has got better jiu-jitsu defense. Tony's a better grappler. So
Nice.
it's gonna be a 3-rounder.
What weight are they fighting at?
They're fighting at 170.
Good.
What clubs are they on?
Chris Schinner is out of TKO Boxing.
Okay, is that Mike Taylor and
Mike Taylor and
Moses?
Moses. I'm
Yeah.
hoping to get some of those guys to come out here next Wednesday.
Mike's an
They're
old pro
really
kickboxer.
busy.
I've known Mike for 15, 20 years probably. He's a great guy. Yeah, he's been around a long time, and he's good. He's had a few of his guys on our cards, and they're good. They've got great stand-up, and I know he's got some jiu-jitsu guys that help him there with the ground stuff, so.
You guys feel all the tension building now we're getting closer to the main event?
There you go. You're
I
right.
feel it.
Got a female fight thrown in there. Ashley Hunter. She's fought for Jim.